What's good, YouTube? Guys, thank you for clicking on the video and welcome back to my channel. I want to talk about a very serious and important subject, as you saw in the title of this video. That is semen retention. Yes, a big man topic on the menu today, but I sort of want to talk about my personal experience because there's lots of research out there, lots of information, and as this subject has gained popularity over the last 5 years, the content on this topic can be a little bit overwhelming. But I just want to break it down how I go into it, the benefits, the challenges, and how it's going for me. So, before I get into it, let me just start by saying that semen retention is a health practice. Essentially, you are bettering your health because you are retaining that life force in you, that life essence that God has blessed you with. Yeah, and I think that's why the agenda of the world is so strong for men to stay oblivious to this knowledge, to this sacred knowledge. And your seed is sacred. And once you figure that out, once you learn to override the urge that arises with this feeling and learn to transmute it and redirect it, you actually feel like a brand new man. And I only got into this lifestyle in my 30s, so I've been consistently on this lifestyle since December 2020, when my celibacy journey began. So I've been on it for a minute, and let me tell you, I feel my best mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and in other areas of my life as well. But let me start by saying how I got into it. So for the most part of my life, so throughout my teens and my 20s, this practice was non-existent to me. I wasn't even mature enough to sit down and to hear about it. I was so lost in the world, as we say. But as I've gotten older, as I've matured a little bit more, certain things just weren't making sense. And I thought, let me just give this a go. And as I've gotten into sexual kung fu, and seed retention is a big part of sexual kung fu, because you cannot cultivate energy that you don't have. And in order for you to have the energy, you need to be on this practice, essentially, so you can work with it. You can't work with it on an empty tank. Simple as that. So since I've been on it, my energy's improved. I never used to be a morning person. Like, waking up early in the morning was always a struggle for me. And let me tell you now, let me tell you this, that currently I consider myself as a morning person. And I feel like that's when I am most active, most vibrant, most alive, is early morning. I usually get up around 6:30 and do about half an hour of sexual kung fu practices. And seed retention has been a big part of it, because since I've been on it, my energy just elevated to a different degree. You have the ambition, you have the drive to get up and do something with yourself. And prior to me being on this lifestyle, I used to snooze all the time. I used to skip gym sessions. I used to skip so many things because I simply didn't have an energy. Imagine a young man with that energy, or an old man trapped inside a young man's body. That was me, basically, before this journey started for me. So it is an elite man practice. An average guy can do it. That's why we see so many elite men preaching about this practice. Napoleon Hill spoke about it in his book, Think and Grow Rich. Sexual transmutation is a big part of it. People like Malcolm X Yeah, Malcolm X was celibate for 12 years. 12 years. So that's a long time if you think about it. And that goes without saying, he was on retention as well. So when you see people like Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, Steve Jobs, many other athletes, Devin Haney recently spoke about it, Jake Paul, that is a sacred energy that you're able to retain and transmute into productivity. Yeah, being productive, whether that's physical work, training, whether that's creative work. And let me tell you, since I've been on this journey, my ideas, my thoughts, my motivation, just my path in life has been influenced so much just by me leading this lifestyle. And of course, sexual kung fu has a big part of it, because sexual kung fu teaches you to transmute that energy that you're retaining. Because I have some friends that go on retention and they say, oh, I'm struggling, it's too much, because it's just too much energy and my mind goes bonkers. Of course it does, because you need to learn to work with it. Doing retention on its own is not enough. You need to learn to redirect it, which isn't easy, which takes consistency, which takes practice. Things like qigong, meditation, breath work, developing an ability where you can actually pick up on your sexual energy, where you can actually sense it in your body through breathing, and you can transmute it through your energy channels, which isn't easy. So it takes time. That's why it's called sexual kung fu, because it's a skill that takes time to develop. So if you're watching this video and if you are a male, I strongly encourage you to get on this lifestyle, especially if you got goals to achieve, you got ambitions, you got plans, you got a bright future for yourself. Definitely get on this. And since I've been on this personally, my health's improved. I get sick less often. I'm just more ambitious. I'm more driven. I'm more focused. I'm less distracted. And yes, it's challenging because there are some days when your energy is just out of control. But if you compare all the benefits, physical, mental, spiritual benefits are very strong as well. Sexuality is linked to spirituality. So developing relationship with the Most High, with the Almighty, that's a big part of it. And since I've been on this journey, and prior to me being on this journey, actually, my spiritual world was non-existent. It just didn't exist, like, let's put it that way. And by working your energy, you're almost purifying your temple, you're purifying your thoughts, things that go through your mind on daily basis, and you start to question things, and you start to question your purpose, because you do get closer to God, you do get closer to Mother Earth, you pay more attention to your surroundings, to the nature, to the air, and you become more sensitive because your dopamine levels are regulated as well. And once your dopamine levels are regulated, your senses are heightened. It's almost like you fasting all the time. So that's how it makes you feel when you're on retention, doing long streaks. And I also believe a key to longevity is retention. It's one of the keys, of course, it's not all of it. But as I've said in my previous video, when you're on retention, it's like a bucket that's leaking, yeah? Eventually, you're gonna dry out. So if you're constantly leaking your life essence, your life force, thing that can create another life inside another human body's being, imagine the power of that. And if that's being wasted day to day, how it is done in modern day by, hypersexual social media and internet, 75% of men are addicted to pornography. So that speaks for itself. And you staying in that low vibrational state, guys, like I've been there for many years, and to come out of it is the biggest blessing. That's why I'm so passionate about sharing this experience, sharing this journey, sharing this lifestyle, because that transformational. It transformed my life completely, and I encourage you to get on it. Give it a go. You don't have to practice it consistently, like for months, but at least if you are practicing it in some way, shape, or form, you definitely will get all the benefits, all the strength. Your focus will be different. The brain fog that we can experience day to day will disappear. Absolutely. And I can guarantee you to give it a go and challenge yourself. Of course, it's challenging. If it was easy, everyone would do it. Anyways, guys, don't want to make this video too long. If you made it this far, thank you very much. Please like the video. Let me know if you got any questions in the comments. Let me know if you've tried this practice, if you're considering to try this practice. And yeah, I'm happy to interact and answer any questions. But until then, I see you in the next one. Take care. Peace.